Hello, good afternoon. I'm Darrin Jackson. We're going to talk about Mandiani. So before we start off, we don't want to be strangers to these drums. So we need to know what these drums are. Remember, these are the doom dooms. This is a family of drum. You got the doom doom ba. Says his name. This is the father. You got the song ba. This is higher pitch. Plays melodies. And then you got the kinkini, which is the child. It's called kinkini. And this drum right here is called a djembe over here. And remember, this is made out of cow skin. This is made out of goat skin. We hit this drum with sticks, or hands, but this drum only hands, no sticks. The goat skin is thin, you will break it. Okay? And we have the bell. The first part that we need to know is the main. It's played on the song ba. And this song ba part identifies Mandiani. You can just play the song ba part by itself, and that means Mandiani. And it goes like this. To help you get the feel for this, I always say, I'm a robot. And the important part about this part is you can't go dot, 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 dot. It's all steady. Or we just simply go dot, 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 dot. I'm a robot. That's it. And then then the muff comes in the end. A muff is not a hit. So you don't need, if you can't do the muff, just leave it blank. But muff is when you hold the stick on the drum like this. And so you don't even hear the muff when I'm playing. Or you can just go. Now, as you notice, I'm also playing the bell. The bell is the fundamental meter of the song. It marks the tempo. I probably should have started with that. But the whole post of the Mandiani is ding, 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 ding. Now, you hear me sometimes I play something different because it's in between hits. But it's ding, 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 ding. Now, I can add a couple of extra notes. Ding, 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 ding. And I could play just that drum and with the bell, and that's Mandiani. You don't need any other drum. That's it. But because we have a family and everybody loves to play, then we bring the whole family in. So now next the doom doom ba gonna come in. The doom doom ba is simple. That's it. Now you could go like this. That's the simplest way to play it. Or you could do the same bell line again. Simple. Now, the child, the kinkini is kind of like it fills in between the spaces and it gives you like a sense of energy. The children are energetic, they're the life of the party. And this kinkini line if you play it by itself, it's just kink, kink, and you play 2 hits on the kinkini, and you play the bell twice. And so it sounds complicated, but what I'm really doing if I'm playing with the bell, I'm just hitting 2 together and 2 not together. So I went, that's to get you started. Then I went, see? And that's it. That's Mandiani. So you got the I'm slowing this one down because it's kind of fast. So you just break it down. And you repeat. Now, if you're just playing by yourself, then you will grab 2 sticks and you just do this. And that's it. And that's how the part fits in there. So you don't have to play the bell. You can just go. And that's it. Now, one important thing I want to show you though, because I'm showing you, and I wasn't doing it often, I hit the bell with this stick, but normally you don't hit the bell with your good sticks, because the bell is metal and wood, they compete against each other and they will tear your sticks up. So if I'm gonna use a stick, I usually have a stick, how this stick is already beat up. That's what I use for the bell. It's just a beat up stick right here. And so I don't mind messing this stick up, but don't use your good sticks on the bell. Use a beat up stick like this, because it's gonna tear up. And so, now, if you don't want to use a wooden stick, only reason because I'm standing up, it's got a longer reach on it, it makes a different sound. You can also use different kind of metal beaters. And this is an example. It's just a metal rod. Any piece of metal, you can even use a screwdriver to beat the bell with, just a piece of metal. This is just a metal rod. I put tape on it to make a grip for my handle, so it'll slide on my hand. And it'll never tear up, you know, so. That's it. Metal rod or a screwdriver, just any metal. There's different type of bells. If you notice on this drum right here, this is just a metal pipe. This is really just a piece of metal pipe that's cut. I tied it to the drum. You have more elaborate bells like this. You know, they all make different sounds. But the thing about playing the bell is, I just need to say this, is that when you play the bell, you can choke it up like this. See how it sounds like a woodpecker? That's fine, but you really want the bell to ring out, so you have to loosen your hand. See how it's ringing now? And where you hit the bell matters. It makes different sounds. So when you're playing this bell, you want to hold the bell so it rings. Now, and I did a muff on that, so instead of going, Sometimes this sound is appropriate, but that's not what we want. We want a ringy sound. We're gonna go over here to the djembe. Now, the doom-dooms are the foundation of the rhythm, right? This is what everybody dances to. But the djembe gives the energy, you know. This is what everybody, it signals the drum, it sets the tempo, you know, and the cadence, it speeds up and slow. And so the djembe talks to people. And so the primary sounds that the djembe makes, we're going to talk about the djembe sounds. You have your 3 fundamental tones, it's language, you got your bass. Now, about this is a good lesson too. The sound of the djembe, a lot of it comes out the bottom. And so if I had a drum sitting flat on the floor, how it sound? So when I play the djembe, I expose the bottom by tilting it. You can tilt it, hold it between your legs, you can wrap your feet around each other like this, but you get it off the floor, now you hear this. Hear the difference? And so the fundamental tone is the bass. So you take your hand, just hit it in the middle like this. That's the fundamentals, you hit the bass. Now, the other 2 sounds that djembe make is the tone and slap, and it sounds like this. Now, because everybody's out here, it's modern day now, it should sound like popcorn popping. But you want to just be random noise, you want to be able to make these tones clearly. And so how you do this is, first of all, before you play hard, you can hurt yourself. So you want to develop some type of muscle memory and hit the drum properly. Right here in your hand, you have a bone. If you hit that bone, it's going to hurt. When I mean hit it, around the edge of the drum is hard. See, this part is soft, it's flexible, but this is hard. It's like a hard piece of metal. So you don't want to smash your hand, these bones, against this metal on this drum and hurt yourself. So when you start the drum, you don't start out trying to hit as hard as you can because you can hurt yourself. So how we find these positions, I take my hands and I put them like this in like a V, right? And then I spread them apart a little bit and I'm gonna aim for this part right here, this part in between. I'm gonna aim for this and I'm gonna set it on the drum like this and put this part in the drum. Then I'm gonna spread my hands apart a little like that. And that's how I find the spot. This is where I'm gonna play my slaps and my tones. And that is the primary position. Now, another way, the technique you could do this, especially when you're hitting some of the drums I've seen at the school, you can also, instead of playing on this side of this crack, you play on this side. So I'm gonna put this soft part of my hand right here. See, either one of these will work. I play right here, but you can also play right here. Yeah. I think I get a cleaner tone playing right here. But both of them work. But you want to get a position where your hand, you're not hurting yourself. You set your hand on the drum, then to make the slaps, that would probably be the easiest sound to make. Some people think it's hard to make the slap, but the slap is a natural sound. You relax your hands, and you just hit the drum. And it'll make a pop sound. Now, some people see, when you see somebody play, you see their fingers spreading apart, but I don't spread my fingers. The pressure from me hitting the drums makes my fingers come apart. And all I'm doing is hitting the fingertips. And then relax, just like, relax it. Just let your hand fall on the drum in your proper positioning. If you do it enough, you'll get a muscle memory where you can find that without even thinking about it. That's why you got to practice soft first. You know, you do that with each hand. When I hit the drum, I let my fingers bounce off the drum. They don't stay on the drum, because that makes a different sound. You want them to bounce off. See? And I'm moving my wrist. Some people try to karate chop the drum, be hot, 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 hot. But you can't play fast like that. That'll ruin your speed. You want to also use your wrist. That's the important part. So when you start up practicing like this, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I use this part, but I use that to add power, right? But most of I'm playing. I can't do that going. It's too fast. You use your wrist. But that's the slap. The next sound you want to make is the tone. The tone is like a smack. You smack the drum. You literally smack the drum like somebody says, stop it, bad dog, or smack. You're just going to smack the drum, but you're going to smack it with the full pressure of your hand. See the full length of it, not just my fingertips. So I'm going to tighten my hands in that same position. It should make like a cool sound. So I'm going to play the slap, relax here, tighten my hand. So slap, boom, slap, boom. Do the difference. Now, you also want to do the same with the other hand. So you want to go slap, slap, tone, tone. And that's what you want to practice so that you get clarity in your drums. And once you can make them sounds, you can play anything. A practice melody, what I do, there's a song called Cuckoo. And it's slap bass tones. So I like to practice cuckoo with both hands. So I'll go slap, slap, bass, tone, tone, slap, bass, tone, tone. Then I switch hands. You try to make slaps on both hands sound even, like the same. And then that's what I use to practice with. But when you're just starting off, you could go something simple like this. Bass, bass, tone, tone, slap, slap. Bass, bass, tone, tone, slap. You know, you just want to just practice switching between them sounds. And once you could talk, you could play rhythms. So I gave you cuckoo, but we learned Mandiani. So Mandiani, there's a fundamental rhythm that's in a lot of songs. It's like a fundamental company part. We call it pont to pont, slap, tone, slap, but it's pont to pont. And it sounds like this. There's two ways to play it. The best way is what I'm doing now. That's because I can get speed with that. A lot of these songs, some songs are played slow, but Johnny tends to speed up for the advanced players, and I'll go. Right? But when you're starting off, we're going to divide the labor up. This hand right now is doing slap, tone, slap. But instead, we're going to do slaps only on this hand, tones only on this hand, and then we're going to add a bass in there to keep your spacing so you stay in the right place musically. So I'm going to go slap, tone, slap, bass. That makes it easier for a beginner because all I have to do is worry about slaps here, tones here, so you get the clarity there. And then it's bass to keep you in the pocket of time. So when you start off, do 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 do. Now what I gave there was a break. So that's the fundamental, right? So, and we'll talk about the break. I should have talked about that first, but slap, tone, slap. The next part of Mandiani, that's fundamental to Mandiani, that says, okay, he's probably playing Mandiani, is this one. Slap, slap, tone, slap, slap, tone. So like this. So if I play this at tempo, these rhythm goes goes with the dance. If you watch the dancer, you'll find these rhythms in the dance step. You'll see them doing moves that go with pot to pot. There's moves that go like they do the da 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 da. You'll see them do that da 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 da. And then there's a third part that goes. Those are the parts of Mandiani. Now the part that I left off was the break. The break is a control signal that tells people when to start, when to stop, and it tells the dancers also when they could change steps. So in it's simple like this. Everybody doesn't play the break. The lead drummer plays the break. So it's not something that the group does, it's something that the lead drummer does. So everybody's sitting here ready to start. And then he gives a signal. So I could be playing anything. It don't matter what I'm playing. And everybody just waiting. I'm just playing stuff. Then when you hear this, that means we're about to start. So I'm gonna go like this. And then when I hit the next step, after that, it's the one. That's when you start. So if I'm playing Mandiani, I'm gonna go. If I'm playing this song by. If I'm playing the doom doom. So it starts on a boom. Because see, this is an and one. It's not a 1, 2, it's an and one. And one. So. 1, and 1, and 1, and 1. I'm playing that kinkity. Kinky, 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 kinky. I'm playing the any djembe part. Then the stop comes on that. So if I get ready to stop, I'm gonna let you know that I'm gonna stop. I'm probably gonna play. I usually play a signal, and I'm gonna try to get eye contact with all the other drummers, and I'm gonna be like. You know that at the end I went pop. You guys gonna do the same thing, so I'm gonna go. So you're gonna be like. I can't do it at the same time. So boom, 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 boom. That means we're done. But in the meantime, I'm gonna be playing the rhythm. I'm gonna be playing that break a lot for the dancers, because they're gonna be dancing. So they're gonna be dancing, and we're gonna be. That's how everybody knows. So we got the fundamental rhythms, we have the break. And that's Mandiani.